This is it. Here we go. The last project for World History A, Childhood on the Factory Floor. So, why this matters. So, most of the time when we talk about the Industrial Revolution, we think about inventions and how it made life so much better. But there's another element to that I want to touch on. Um, we want to talk about an uncomfortable truth here, and that's the human cost of the Industrial Revolution. And children were a big part of that. For many working class families, children were not protected, educated, or given time to grow. They had to go to work. I mean, kids super young were working in factories, they were working in fields, they were working in coal mines, and they weren't getting paid a lot of money. And this is a really big deal. And what I want you to do with this project is slow down and take a look at history from the ground level, not from the factory owner's office or the inventor's workshop or all those great things, but let's come and look at the daily experiences of a kid during this time. So, your mission is you're going to investigate what life was like for child laborers. That means kids that were working during the Industrial Revolution, and then create a final product that tells their story and reflects on why it still matters. So, your research, you're going to explore a mix of primary and secondary sources to understand daily life for child laborers in England and in the United States. They're included in the course after this assignment. I'll show you them here. Uh, this is the instructional video, and I'll show you where they are in the course. I won't actually show them to you, but I'll show you in the course where you get to click on them. And then pause here for a second and read through this stuff here, but I'm not going to read it all to you. But the big thing for me is take notes, write down stuff, think about specific details that you read about. Two sources: child labor during the Industrial Revolution and the cruel life of children during the Industrial Revolution. One is a reading and one is a video. In addition to, there's some stuff in the course, but this is some pretty cool information here. So click on those after you see the instructions for the assignment and walk through those before you start to work on your product. And what is your product? Well, for this part, you're going to choose from a few different options. You only have to choose one, but you have four choices. Number one, artifacts. Day in the life of artifact collection, like non-writing heavy uh, type activity here. You're going to create 3 to 5 artifacts from child laborer's life, and I list through them all here. I'm not going to read that all to you, but these are some ideas. You can research what these things look like, and then I want you to recreate them. Okay, don't just cut out a picture of something, but I want you to actually recreate them. Uh, and then each one should have a real short explanation. So remember, so if you choose 3 of them, then you're going to have 3 short explanations, right? Option 2 is create a little podcast or a video about narrating a child's experience. Learn about what a child had to go through, and then write a story about that, and then narrate that. Do a podcast episode. Do a video on it. You can reenact something. You can get crazy with this one, or you can just kind of talk about it. You can write it as if you're the person doing it, or you can write it as if you're telling the story of the person. But you know, you're not Steven Spielberg, you're not videographers, unless you are. But I'm not worried about the editing or anything like that. I just want to hear your voice here. I want to see the effort that you put in. Third option is like a digital exhibit or slideshow, 300 words and 10 images. These include images and quotes from sources, short captions, think of it like a gallery walk or a virtual museum exhibit. You can go and find pictures from the Industrial Revolution, from child labor, and then talk about what you see in those pictures and what you learn about those pictures. And that's a pretty cool option. There's so much out there. It'll be really eye-opening for you, I think, when if you choose that option to see. And then a personal choice. And in the directions, I gave a whole bunch of things about this, but I just did the short version of what the student choice for this would be. This is because you need to write a proposal or at least talk to me about it. I gave some real specific guidelines, but just kind of go through that and see what it is. And so I want to make sure you're on the right track with what you choose. If you choose to do something other than options 1, 2, and 3 here. And then the last piece is like no matter what you choose, you need to include something about, and you could do this at the very end, kind of like a part three, like a reflection to this, or a part two, I guess. But again, pause, read through this, but you have to create one kind of modern connection, like bring it home, bring it to today, and all that. So, other than that, I mean, it's a video from Greg. So what else? Why did the stapler get promoted? It really knew how to hold things together. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.